Emily stared at the steam rising from her black coffee, the kind that burned going down but kept her sharp through endless night shifts at the hospital. Her tiny apartment in Portland overlooked the Willamette River. But today the view felt mocking. All misty grays and distant bridges leading nowhere. Her rescue dog, Shadow, a lanky black lab mixed with one floppy ear, nudged her knee under the table, sensing the unease she couldn't shake. It was a quiet Saturday morning, the kind where she usually planned her week, grocery lists, bill payments, the endless grind of being the family's rock. Then her phone buzzed, the screen lighting up with Cascade National Bank. Probably a scam, she thought. But her nurse's instinct to answer kicked in. Hello. This is Emily. MS. Harper? Emily Rose Harper. Born April 15th, 1992. The woman's voice was crisp, efficient, like a chart readout. Emily confirmed, her fingers tightening around the mug. This is Karen from Cascade National. We're calling about your auto loan delinquency. The payment of $689 is 10 days past due on the 2023 Tesla Model Y. Emily's laugh came out sharp, disbelieving. I think you've got the wrong person. I drive a beat-up Honda Civic from 2010. No loans here. But the woman rattled off her social security number's last 4 digits. Her address. Even her employer's name, Mercy General Hospital. The room spun a little. Our records show you as the primary borrower. Loan originated 2 years ago. Balance $45,000. Cosigner listed as. Well, I can't disclose that over the phone. A cosigner? Emily's mind raced back to the credit freeze alerts she'd ignored last year, blaming glitches in the system. The dip in her score when she tried to refinance her student loans. This has to be fraud, she whispered, more to herself. Shadow whined, pawing at her leg. The bank rep switched to sympathy mode. Identity theft is serious. Come to a branch with ID. File a dispute. Emily hung up, her coffee forgotten, spilling across the counter as she grabbed her laptop. She pulled up her credit report, heart pounding. There it was, a massive loan she never took. Inquiries from luxury car dealerships. Even a credit card maxed out on home furnishings. Her phone pinged, a text from her mom. Family brunch tomorrow? Lily has big news. Lily, her younger sister, the golden child with the perfect life in the suburbs. Emily scrolled through Lily's Instagram, landing on a post from 2 years back, Lily beaming in front of a sleek black Tesla, keys dangling. New ride for the new chapter. Blessed adulting. Comments flooded in, including Emily's own. So proud. Sis. Drive safe. But now it hit like a gut punch. That car. Those payments, tied to her name? She remembered helping Lily with paperwork after her divorce. Signing forms blindly, because family helps family. Had Lily forged more? The anger built slow, like a storm gathering over the Cascades. Emily snapped photos of her screen, the credit alerts, her own signatures on old documents. She wasn't the type to explode. She fixed things, bandaged wounds, held it together when Mom's cancer scare hit 5 years ago, when Dad lost his job. But this was theft, wrapped in blood ties. She called her best friend from nursing school, Jenna, who lived across town. You need to see this, Emily said, voice cracking for the first time. Jenna arrived within the hour, takeout coffee in hand, her no-nonsense bob haircut framing a face etched with concern. As Emily laid it out, the call, the report, the Instagram proof, Jenna's eyes narrowed. This isn't a mix-up. Eminencia. This is calculated. Lily's been living high on your dime. They pored over the details. The loan docs Emily requested online showed her signature. But off, the E too loopy. The R too sharp. Forged. Who else knows your info like that? Jenna asked. Emily's stomach twisted. Mom and Dad. They have access to everything. Taxes, medical proxies. The realization settled heavy. Her family, the ones she'd sacrificed weekends for, vacations skipped to send money home, had used her as a financial crutch. Not asked, taken. By evening, Emily had filed an online fraud alert, frozen her credit. Shadow curled at her feet as she sat in the dark. The river lights twinkling outside. Tomorrow's brunch loomed like a trap. She texted back, "I'll be there." But this time, she'd go armed with questions. Not just support. The slow burn of betrayal fueled her resolve. No more being the invisible fixer. For once, she'd demand answers. Even if it tore everything apart. The brunch spot was a cozy diner in Beaverton. All checkered tablecloths and bottomless mimosas. The kind of place her family loved for catching up. Emily arrived early, nursing a black coffee. Her fraud folder tucked in her bag like a grenade. Mom and Dad slid into the booth first. Mom's floral blouse bright against Dad's faded flannel. "You look tired, honey," Mom said, patting her hand. "Shift's wearing you out?" Emily forced a smile. But inside, the tension coiled tighter. Lily bounced and laughed. Her designer sunglasses perched on perfectly highlighted hair. That Tesla parked gleaming outside. "Big news, everyone," Lily announced, waving her left hand, a sparkling diamond ring. "Mark proposed. We're engaged." Cheers erupted. Hugs exchanged. Emily joined in mechanically, her mind screaming, "Mark." The tech exec boyfriend who'd swept Lily off her feet post-divorce. As plates of eggs Benedict arrived, Emily's resolve hardened. "Congrats, Lil. That ring must have cost a fortune." "Speaking of finances, I got a weird call from the bank yesterday." The table quieted. She pulled out her phone, showing the credit alert screenshot. "Apparently, there's a $45,000 auto loan in my name. For a Tesla." "Know anything about that?" Lily's fork froze midair. Mom's eyes darted to Dad, who cleared his throat. "Must be a mistake. Eminencia. Banks mess up all the time." But Lily's face paled, her engagement glow dimming. "Yeah. Probably identity theft or something." Emily leaned in, voice low but steady. "It's not. The docs have my info, forged signature, and all. And Lil, that's your car out there." The accusation hung, thick as the diner syrup. Dad shifted uncomfortably. "Let's not jump to conclusions. We can sort this privately." Mom chimed in, "Family first. Right? No need to make a scene." But Emily pressed, "I've already filed a dispute. The bank's investigating." Lily's eyes welled up. "Ink, please. After my divorce, my credit was shot. You have perfect scores. You weren't using it. We were going to pay it off." "We?" Emily's blood boiled slow, the confession dripping out. Mom admitted helping with the forms, Dad providing her social from tax records. "It was just to get her back on her feet," Mom pleaded. "You're so responsible. We knew you'd understand." Understand? The betrayal exploded inwardly, years of her scrimping while Lily lived lavishly. All on her stolen credit. She left brunch early, head spinning, Shadow greeting her with frantic tail wags back home. Jenna met her there, armed with legal advice from her uncle, a retired fraud attorney in Seattle. "This is felony-level identity theft," he said over speakerphone. "Gather evidence. File a police report. Don't let them guilt you." Emily spent the afternoon compiling bank statements, forged docs, family texts begging her to drop it. By nightfall, she'd visited the local precinct, the officer's sympathetic nod validating her pain. Family cases are tough, but fraud's fraud. Days blurred into calls with the bank, credit bureaus. Her score, once pristine, now tanked, denying her a promotion loan she needed. Lily's texts flooded in. How could you report us? We're blood. Mom's calls. Think of the family. Dad's silence hurt most. But with Jenna's support, Emily stood firm. She hired the attorney, Mr. Ellis, who outlined steps, freeze assets, demand restitution. The tension built. A pressure cooker of emotions, hurt, rage, the quiet grief of lost trust. Shadow became her anchor, his loyal eyes reminding her she wasn't alone. As the legal wheels turned, Emily braced for the inevitable family showdown. Knowing this was her explosion point, the moment she reclaimed her life from the shadows of obligation. The family meeting Mr. Ellis arranged was in his stark downtown office. Fluorescent lights buzzing like angry bees. Emily sat rigid, folder in lap. Shadow waiting in the car with Jenna outside. Her family arrived together, Mom clutching tissues, Dad stone-faced. Lily twisting her engagement ring. Mr. Ellis, with his crisp suit and no-frills demeanor, laid out the evidence stack, credit reports, loan apps, police file. MS. Harper has suffered quantifiable damages, ruined credit, emotional distress, potential lost wages. We're seeking full restitution, including loan payoff and compensation. Lily burst first. This is insane. It was just help. I make payments mostly. Mostly? Emily's voice trembled, but held. You missed 3 last year. That's why they called me. You stole my identity. Lil. Forged my name 12 times. Mom sobbed. We didn't mean harm. You're so strong. We thought you'd be fine. Dad finally spoke. Voice gravelly. Drop this? Emily. We'll fix the payments privately. No courts. But Mr. Ellis interjected. It's beyond private. The bank's pressing charges if unresolved. The room crackled with tension. Lily slammed her hand down. You'll ruin my life. Mark's family is loaded. They won't want this drama. Emily met her eyes. The slow build of years erupting. What about my life? I skipped vacations to build that credit. You partied in Vegas on a card in my name. Revelations poured. The credit card for home upgrades, the inquiries for Mark's boat. Mom defended. Lily needed a fresh start after the divorce. You never complain. Eminencia. That stung deepest, the assumption her silence meant consent. Dad tried guilt. Your mom's blood pressure is skyrocketing. Emily stood, voice booming now. You all planned this. Use me as your ATM because I'm reliable. No more. She slid terms across. Pay off the loan. Cover repair costs. No contact until therapy. Or we go full legal. Lily sneered. You're heartless. But Emily walked out. The door slammed her punctuation. Outside. Jenna hugged her. You did it. Shadow licked her face. The first real relief washing over her. The explosion had come, leaving scorched earth, but space to rebuild. Weeks dragged into a haze of pleas. Mom showed up at Emily's apartment unannounced. Eyes puffy. How could you tear us apart? She paced, ignoring Shadow's low growl. Lily's engagement's on hold. Mark's furious. Emily poured tea. Calm exterior masking inner turmoil. This isn't my doing. You stole from me. Mom waved it off. Borrowed. Family shares. But Emily showed the latest. A denied apartment application due to her rec score. This is what sharing cost me. Dad called next. Voice pleading over the phone. Meet me at the park. Just us. They sat on a bench, overlooking the river. Shadow between them. He handed an envelope. Settlement draft. We pay half. Lily the rest. Emily scanned it. Why not before I found out? He sighed. We didn't think it'd blow up. The manipulation peaked. Your mom's not sleeping. Emily handed it back. Come to therapy first. Mr. Ellis handles the rest. He left defeated. The rift widening. Lily ambushed her at work, waiting in the hospital lot. Withdraw the report.
Eminência.
Please. Tears streamed. I'll lose everything. Emily's resolve wavered momentarily. The sister she'd babysat defended. But the betrayal surged back. You already took from me. Therapy or court. Lily stormed off. You're dead to me. The pressure mounted. But therapy sessions began, awkward.
Raw.
Mom admitted. We relied on you too much. Dad grunted apologies. Lily resisted. It was survival. Emily spoke her truth. I was your safety net, but you cut the ropes. The sessions built slow catharsis. But trust fractured. Mr. Ellis pushed forward. Loan frozen. Restitution ordered. Emily adopted routines, yoga, walks with Shadow, fortifying against the emotional siege. The damning tension released in increments, leaving her stronger, questioning family bonds' true cost. A year on, Emily shaped dough in her new kitchen. The scent of fresh bread filling her cozy bungalow, bought with restored credit and settlement funds. Shadow dozed by the oven. Content. The fraud case closed. Loan paid. Family fined lightly via plea. Therapy continued sporadically. Mom and Dad visited cautiously. Lily distant but civil. Emily's promotion came through. Her life rebuilt on her terms. At a local bakery class, she met Alex, a quiet architect whose steady presence echoed Shadow's loyalty. Their dates unfolded naturally, no drama. Just genuine connection. You've got a fighter's spirit, he said one evening. Tracing her hand. She smiled. The past scars fading. Family dinners resumed sparingly. Boundaries firm. Mom shared old photos. Emily set limits. Dad helped with yard work. Silent amends. Lily's wedding proceeded quietly. Emily attended, a polite guest. Yet doubts lingered. Was forgiveness possible without forgetting? As she pulled the loaf from the oven, golden and whole, Emily pondered the moral haze, family's love twisted into exploitation. Her emergence from it. Shadow nudged her, tail wagging. We're good, she whispered, slicing the bread, savoring the warmth of a life reclaimed. But the question echoed, how far does blood excuse betrayal?